welcome to the Bullcast Podcast. I'm Katie Pickler, and with me is Court Winsett.
Good morning.
Ooh, hello. And Cameron Spann.
G'day, mate.
Guess what today is?
I don't know, but it's early.
It's St. Paddy's Day.
You're recording so early
We
right now.
are recording so early. I feel so bad making these guys record early, but I mean, it's St. Patrick's Day. We got to get the day started out right. Right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through the whole history of St. Patrick's Day again because we did a great episode. It was actually, so this is episode 93. It was back episode 40.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day. And I think that's when we talked about like
That would have been
luck.
early season 2. Yeah.
That episode was all about luck and because, you think of luck of the Irish and we talked a lot about luck and how people get lucky and the stock market, financially, all that stuff like that. So go back and check it out. I am excited that Boston will be back in full force this year for St. Paddy's Day.
Woot.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully everyone is getting to get back to somewhat of normal.
I didn't realize that you were a regular Boston St. Patrick's Day attendee. I didn't realize that was on your thing
I'm not.
that you do.
I'm not, but I feel like there's
Celebrating on behalf of Boston Strong.
You're just happy for Bostonians.
They're
Yeah.
wicked strong.
I mean, there's certain things that, like, when it's back, like, football's back or Mardi Gras back, Boston's back in for St. Paddy's Day. I don't know. I mean, it seems like the thing.
Zippity-doo-dah.
Sure. Yeah. So,
Hot dog.
go back and listen to that episode, St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you have a great day. Make sure you wear your green so you don't get pinched. But I know last night I was turning on the TV and went to switch over to Netflix. And what pops up but hey, your prices are increasing March 22nd. And you either can click OK or you can click what are your choices? Well, I clicked what are your choices? Well, your choices are pretty much mine was that I lower the subscription I was on or I just pay it. So
Every time they've raised prices, because I continue to be of a mind that I don't actually watch all that much on Netflix anymore. Like, I don't know why we even keep it, except that apparently there are people in my household that are watching it. But every time they do one of these price increases, I'm like, wait a second, I'm paying. And I even remember I remember going on this rant on this podcast before, but I remember back when $20 got you unlimited DVDs sent to your house and the streaming service, and now we're paying $20 basically for just the streaming service. Every time they raise the price,
they're bringing exciting new content.
No, they're not.
That's what they put.
They're not. I've been waiting for like 4 years for the next season of Stranger Things.
It's coming. I hate it. I feel tied to all the streaming services because I watch just enough of each to have to keep them.
Yep.
Like, I don't watch much Netflix, but there are a couple shows that I have to watch.
I mean, so before that happened last night, when I thought about doing this episode, a couple of days ago, I'm sitting there and Daniel's on the couch. And I mean, he just sounded like the grumpy old man. He's like, yep, Hulu's raising its prices. Cut that. Amazon Prime's raising their prices. Cut that. And I'm like,
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. I was about to say, what else is he about to cut? Is he about to cut me out? Like, I mean, what's happening here? But it's kind of brought up a lot of conversations of how everything is so expensive right now. And there's two parts to this of that we aren't thinking, oh, okay, well, Netflix increased a couple bucks. Okay, whatever. I want to keep it. But then it's everything rippling on top of each other. Well, Netflix has increased. Hulu's increasing. Amazon Prime's increasing. Disney Plus is increasing. And so that's where
gas is increasing.
Yeah, this is your friendly reminder of those those dollars and cents, they add up. So this might be a time to go back to the drawing boards and relook at your budget. I'm not telling you have to get rid of your streaming services, but just be aware that your budget is drastically changing right now.
There is this app. Have either of y'all seen ads for this app out there that's like, I can't remember what it's called. It's like All Pass or something like that, where it consolidates all of your subscriptions into one app, and you can see all of the things that you're subscribed to, and then like through this app you can cancel a subscription if you want to without having to go to that particular service to cancel.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Except I do not want to see what all I'm subscribed to.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
It is. So I got to throw some fun in there, some pop culture, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't really care that gas is going up because, I'm fine. I can pay it. Or I don't care that the price of insulin's going up because I don't need that. You should care about this stuff. Y'all know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, it's a hard one segue, Katie, but I'll give it to you.
I am thinking of The Devil Wears Prada and the epic monologue where Miranda Priestley she's busy. She is working. She's trying to put this piece together. And Anne Hathaway's character pretty much is just like, well, I don't really care about this stuff. And she just roasts her. So, okay, I've got to read it. This stuff. Oh, okay, I see. You think that has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, the lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. You're also blindly unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was, no idea how to properly...
Yves Saint Laurent.
Thank you. Who showed cerulean military jackets. I think we need a jacket here. As she's still working and going on this rant. And then cerulean quickly showed up in collections of 8 different designers. Then it filtered down to the department stores and then trickled on down to some tragic casual corner where you, no doubt, fished it out of a clearance bin. However, the blue represents millions of dollars of countless jobs, and it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff. Boom. That is an ultimate mic drop.
Whoa. Everything
matters, and what's happening in the world. Like, yeah, if you hear somebody ranting because to-go prices have a surcharge because they can't get the containers in. Well, I don't get to go food. I, am at home and cooking. Well, it eventually is going to impact you.
Yeah, there are a lot of people right now that are resisting increasing prices. We still have, a lot of prices are just going up, but we do have a lot of people that are resisting increasing prices just because maybe price increases haven't actually hit them yet, but they're expecting them to hit. So what they're doing instead is saying, oh, well, we're going to throw this surcharge on you. And then if the prices do go up, but they only go up temporarily, then they're covered by the surcharge. And then when the prices go back down, they can take the surcharge off. Or if prices don't ever go up, they can take the surcharge off and they've made a nice little tidy profit over and above what they normally would. The thing is, in my experience, when prices go up, they don't tend to go back down.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks is temporary, and
this is, I guess I should say, this is not an inflation episode. We will maybe this is a fun episode. It's our St. Paddy's Day episode. We'll do a serious inflation episode where we actually discuss inflation, deflation, stagflation, all of that maybe coming down this season. But today's episode is not about inflation. It's about
what's going on, and it's kind of perspective, because the other thing. So yeah, I joked, and it was Daniel making the comment about the subscription services, which I feel like a lot of people can relate to. But the other thing is, I was at my local crack joint, Carville Nutrition Shop.
Whoa! I was like, what?
Where is this going?
That's a confession.
My addiction, yes, my Carville Nutrition teas, which we're gonna get them on an episode one day, just to talk about their business. But I'm friends with the owner. I know that's shocking, but went in there and I just asked him. I said, so how are things going? And he was trying to unpackage a bunch of cups, and he goes, well, it's, these cups that a pack usually would have been $30 to me is now costing me $60. And the shipping that would have been $80 is now close to $180. And he said, and I haven't yet put that on the customers. And I said, well, I'm speaking as one of your customers, but I'm also speaking as a business person that you got to make sure you're covering you. And yes, it's not your fault that all these are being raised, but if you don't put a little bit towards the customers, then it's not going to be that your customers are upset because you've raised prices. It's going to be you're out of business. And so that's where I kind of wanted to bring that up to flip it to the other people. It's hard to think about like a Netflix and a Hulu of, well, they're struggling. They need more money. But think about these places you're going to that you're getting the to-go orders, you're getting things like that. And I mean, it's just in the past couple of days, I've noticed that Chick-fil-A, they were out of large cups. So they had to give me like a medium and a small cup.
we go to Chick-fil-A and order like 4 large unsweet teas at a time. Yeah. So we got 4 mediums and 4 smalls.
Oh, Lord. But I mean, it's happening everywhere, and it's like, we've all been trying to be very cautious of people that are don't have enough employees and are trying to make sure we're patient. But now the patience is needing to roll into the supply chain issues because it just keeps happening.
Well, I mean, Cameron, I don't know if you've been affected by this. I know it has affected me. The price, my yearly upgrade on my Bentley, the price on Bentleys has gone up. And I'm talking to my exotic car broker, and I'm like, dude, what the hell with these prices? And he's like, hey, dude, there's a container ship out in the middle of the ocean just floating with no crew, with all of the Bentleys on it, all of the Bentleys and the Porsches, all of them. They're just out there in the ocean, and it's burning. I think I heard it's burning too. I'm like, dude, I need my Bentley. He's like, yeah, sorry, bro.
I will say, I went through the McDonald's drive-thru the other day. I never go to McDonald's. But I just ordered a little burger and fries and a drink. Nothing crazy. It was $10.50.
Holy moly!
That's expensive.
What? Didn't it used to be like $7 not too long ago for a little burger?
For you got the quarter pounder, right?
Yeah, but still $10.50.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I when you say a burger at McDonald's, I'm thinking like their little McDonald's hamburger.
No.
And I'm like, that mother is $10. That's some ridiculous stuff right there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I mean, this is, as we said, it was kind of a fun. It's kind of picking fun, but this is kind of like a shout out to you guys on understanding what's happening, but also a reality check to go back to your budget, because you're noticing that the prices are soaring at the supermarket, the gas station, all of that. Companies that have these consumer goods are announcing price increases left and right, and because they're being faced with higher cost, and we don't know how long this is going to last, and it may not ever go down. These prices may be stuck. And the problem is it's because it's costing more to make them. The supply chain has a huge bottleneck. There's a high demand because we had all these, like there was a Diet Dr. Pepper shortage. There was like toilet paper shortage. We had all these things that we didn't have. And so then when they come back in stock, people are hoarding them and getting way too much of them.
I know I have a garage full of Dr. Peppers, Diet Dr. Peppers.
And then trying to stay with, increasing the higher wages to address the labor shortage and increase shipping fees and a surcharge. I mean, Amazon Prime isn't even what it used to be. Like, you order something and it says it'll be here in 2 days. And
I ordered something for Robin for Valentine's Day. And it came in today, or actually yesterday. It came in yesterday. So, yeah, that's awesome. A month after Valentine's Day, the present finally comes in. And that was through Amazon. That's just awesome.
It's no more of that impulsive last-minute shopping on things because you can't do it. You can't find it.
Yeah, I guess in honor of St. Paddy's Day and the luck of the Irish, let us wrap this up by just saying consider yourself lucky that prices haven't gone up more.
Okay.
It's optimistic.
But I mean, I want to just make sure it's known that you've got to look at things from different perspectives. Yeah, it sucks that your cheeseburger was $10, and it sucks if Cargill Nutrition has to go up on their tea prices, and that may be where some people have to reevaluate. Can they afford to go and get that $10 cheeseburger? Or can they afford to get an increased price on a tea? Go back to your budget and figure out if it works, but you've got to look at it from the business side of it. If we're all going to be really upset if all these places just go out of business because they can't keep up with it. They can't keep up with the prices.
And one of the things that we didn't even mention is the fact that labor right now, finding employees is impossible for everyone. So wages are having to be raised just to attract employees. And if you have to raise wages to attract people to come work for you, then your prices might end up having to go up too.
There's that nice little ripple effect. I mean, Miranda Priestley's, change it. It's not necessarily the fashion world, but it's just everything that we're seeing right now. And I know the media is tough, but there are so many people that are like, I don't pay attention. I don't know what's going on. You got to pay attention at least a little bit, because then you can, but you can't be upset when you're like, well, why is this tea more expensive now? Well, go back. Look at what's happening in the world. Look at the shutdown. Look at the supply chain issues. Look, it's all rippling down. And it's almost like people do not care until it personally impacts them. But we should be caring about all of it. So when you hear that friend complaining about their drug prices, They're prescription drugs, not their illegal drugs.
Well, even the illegal drugs are going up, I can tell you.
Oh, the inflation on the legal drugs?
Yeah, my meth has been, the price has been ridiculous.
Heisenberg doubled that, man.
I mean, we're probably going to start seeing a lot of people act like Steve Martin. Oh, y'all know I had to bring it up. It's been a while since we brought this movie up. Father of the Bride, Steve Martin, the whole hot dog bun scene.
Yes.
I mean...
Except that's not so much about the prices as it is the inequity between the buns in the bag and the dogs in the package.
Yes.
There are 10 buns in the bag. There are 5 dogs in the package. I want to buy an equal amount of buns and an equal amount of hot dogs. Please.
It's still just, it's funny. Every time I think of supermarkets, I really want to see somebody do that.
Oh, although, have you noticed that actually the number of buns, at least at Kroger, when I buy Kroger brand hot dog buns, there are 8 buns in the bag and there are 8 hot dogs in a package of hot dogs. So
Justice.
It matches.
Justice for Steve.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve Martin, he accomplished something.
He did that.
Yeah, he did that all by himself.
It all tripled down because of that movie.
Because of Father of the Bride. Father of the Bride is changing people's lives, people. It really is. You should watch it if you haven't already.
What are we talking about?
We're done.
We're done. I mean, this was fun. I hope everyone has a great St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, drink one for me, people.
Exactly. Hopefully you have a lucky day. The luck of the Irish is with you. And just, we're all going through it, so I know it's frustrating.
Okay, so everybody, let's wrap it up. We'll do a little wrap up. Our bullseye. You got to cut one subscription service. Which one do you cut?
Oh.
Paramount.
Paramount. Katie, what do you cut?
My Audible that I'm not using.
Oh, man. Give me your Audible. I'll use the heck out of that. I love Audible. What do I cut? I'm cutting Apple Plus. I'm cutting Apple TV Plus. I don't watch it. I don't watch it at all.
I forgot I even had that one.
And they keep extending the free version of it.
Well, I mean, we're actually paying for it now. I noticed that I'm getting billed for it, and I'm like, "What is this for?" What is this charge monthly? And it's for Apple TV Plus. And I'm like, "Oh, we need to get rid of that."
That's the other thing, y'all, because I mean, we did that whole subscription episode, but remember that you'll sign up for those free ones, and then they're not gonna like be nice and alert you and say like, "Hey, just so you know, are you sure we're gonna be charging you now?" You just gotta watch for it.
Yeah, but you notice Apple TV, they hadn't gone up on their price. Not like Netflix. Netflix, man, they are proud of their product, and I don't think they have that much to be proud of. I'm just saying.
Quick side note, maybe it's changed, but have you ever tried to cancel HelloFresh? They make it a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they've changed it, but a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
I think I tried to cancel it, and then now I just keep like extending it.
Yeah.
Just like say, oh, like skip this week. Oh, skip this week.
Yeah, no, we it's easy to cancel. We cancel. I canceled mine.
Okay.
So they must have changed that.
Gyms are still the worst to cancel.
Oh God, yeah.
You have to like write a letter that's like notarized and like has a sample of blood. I mean,
well, did I say
bring in your firstborn?
Did I already say on the podcast? I know I've told people off air. I was going to just remove a person from my membership. I wasn't going to cancel the whole thing. I was just going to remove a person. And even to remove a person, they wanted me to come into the gym. And I was like, okay, well, but if I have to come into the gym just to remove a person, then I'm canceling the whole membership. Because forget you for making me come in there just to remove a person. Yeah. You can't even let me do that by phone or online. Then your business model is outdated and you're stupid.
Ooh.
I said good day.
I said good day.
And with that note, I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's the closing bell. You've made it to the end of yet another episode of the Bullcast Podcast. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you'd like to find out more about me, Katie, and Cameron, you can go to our website. That's bullcastpodcast.com. Leave us a message, drop us a note, talk about this episode, talk about any other episode, or talk about anything you want. Really, we don't care what you say. Just say something. Speaking of saying something, you can also tweet us on Twitter. We have a Twitter handle that's @Bullcast Podcast. And if you'd like to look at pictures, we have pictures. We have all of the pictures. That's on Instagram @Bullcast Podcast as well. Finally, Cameron, Katie, and I all work for a place called Pickler Wealth Advisors. And if you would like to find out more about that company, more about our amazing team, and more about our boss, David Pickler, please feel free to go to that website. That is picklerwealthadvisors.com.
That's advisors with an O.
Not an E.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you enough. You've heard it all before. Therefore, I am done. And for now, I'm Court.
I'm Katie.
I'm Cam.
And we're out.